from CeCe Restyled, and today I have a special edition of Working with CeCe for you. It is a tutorial, but I'm going to have a special guest, and his name is Mike. He was the winner of a Dixie Belle contest called Brand Ambassador Bestie. So you submit a work by your favorite brand ambassador that you want to learn that technique, and you could have a chance to win a live session with that brand ambassador learning that technique. Well, the live session didn't quite work out because Facebook. So we are doing a pre-recorded tutorial, and he will be joining me in just a few minutes. So the finish that we're doing is actually a patina finish that originally Leah Rex and I painted together. So we're both going to be working on these some nightstands, and we're going to show you how to get that finish. So here we go.
Go, girl.
All right, so I am here with Mike, the winner of the Dixie Belle Brand Ambassador Brand Ambassador Bestie contest. Whoop whoop. And so as the winner, Mike got to choose a finish that he wanted to learn, previously done by his favorite brand ambassador. So he chose a finish that I actually originally painted with Leah Rex, which is a cobalt blue piece with patina paint line. The patina paint line we used on the top. So we use cobalt blue, and then just a little bit of the Gulf. If I can find the Gulf. We dabbed a little bit of the Gulf around the edge where the patina and the cobalt meet. So as you can see, we went ahead and painted our first coat so that could dry. The patina, I'll tell you a little bit about the patina paint line real quick. It comes in metallic paints, iron, copper, and then also bronze. The copper and the bronze, when you spray with the blue and green activators, they turn blue or green. The iron paint, when you spray it with the green activator, it actually becomes that orange, crusty, rusty rust look that it actually oxidizes right in front of your very eyes. So it could take 30 minutes. It could take overnight. It's really cool stuff. So Mike wanted to learn that. This is your first time using the patina paint line, right? First time. So what we did is we painted the top, and then coming down a little bit from the top, we painted that in iron, and then we took our copper and we just kind of dabbed some areas of copper on there, and then we painted the rest of the body in our cobalt blue. And basically that's what we're going to do on this second go round. We're going to paint a coat of iron. We're going to take our copper and dab that in some spots, and then we're going to spray it with our activators while it's wet. So first coat of metallic paint dry, second coat while it's wet, spray it with your activator. Speaking of which, I told you to remember your sprays, and I left mine over there. So I'm going to grab them real quick. And then we're going to do our cobalt and dab in a little bit of the Gulf to kind of, play on that real rusty look. So I'm going to grab my sprays real quick.
I had my sprays, I just didn't have the nozzles in them yet.
I found my blue. I got to find my green. Oh, there it is. Okay. And one thing maybe you didn't know was that after, so when you're not using the sprays, you're actually supposed to take the nozzle out. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think it was because of you I learned that.
I didn't know that at first. And now I know I learned the hard way. Like most things, I learned the hard way. And this was no exception. So I got new sprays. Okay, so why don't we just get right to it and go for painting our top in iron? So Mike, why did you want to learn this technique?
It was something that I had been watching you and others do, and I really didn't. I really wasn't feeling it in the beginning,
Yeah.
and it just, I don't know. And so I think that's why I wanted to learn this technique to
Yeah.
see what everybody else was seeing,
Yeah.
and I hope I can like it.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. At first, I wasn't a huge fan because it kind of seemed like you just started seeing it everywhere real quick, right? Like that's kind of what it seemed like. But it definitely grew on me, and I love it. I like to patina everything. I don't, but I like to. So we're going to go ahead and paint on our iron, and let's just do the front half. We're gonna work in a smaller section so that we can spray it while it's wet. So let's just paint the front half, and then we'll dab on our copper and then do our spray.
All right.
So, Mike, you're painting for. Okay, so you own an antique store with your wife.
Yeah.
Called Grace. I'm sorry, G&M Antiques.
That's right.
And your furniture painting line is Grace and Mercy Creations.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. G&M started out as Glenda and Mike. That's our names.
Yeah.
And several years after we started, my wife wanted to turn the store over to God. And so she changed it to Grace and Mercy when asked. And it's still G&M Antiques. And when we started this paint line, we wanted to tie the two names together but keep them separate. And so that's how we came up with Grace and Mercy Creations.
Perfect. That's perfect. I love that story. Love it. It's fate. And you guys sell Dixie Belle paint out of your store, right? Dixie Belle retailer?
We had heard about the paint line, and I had seen it online some, and we became dealers. We're retailers for them. We're just the basic retailer. We're not the big premier or anything yet. But we are growing with it, and so I hope for it to be successful.
Cool. Well, I hope for your success as well. That's amazing. I've always wanted to own a shop, but maybe one day. I think it would take too much time away from my kids right now, but one of these days.
Well, it is a
I'm just a furniture painter. I'm not a wonderful business person. I'm just a furniture painter, so.
Well, that's what I do. That's why she runs the store. It's a market type store. We have about 70 vendors.
Nice.
So it does have its challenges.
Yeah. That sounds like it works out perfectly. Business in front, party in the back, painting.
Yep.
All right, so I've got half of mine painted with my iron, and then I dabbed in some copper.
Oh, you did the copper already?
I just dabbed some in, yeah.
I didn't do the copper yet. I guess I need to be watching.
Don't rush on my account. I'll just keep adding more. The merrier, because the more that you have, the more it's gonna rust. So I'll just add a little bit more.
More is better.
Tell me when you're ready to spray.
Oh, let me do some of this copper first, and then I'll be ready.
Yep. Take your time.
How long have you been painting?
Well, I've been painting furniture, let's see, as a business about 3 years, just for fun, about 5. it started out with the want for nice, specific furniture that I was finding in stores, but I did not want to pay exorbitant prices. So I have always been the kind of do-it-yourself kind of person. Like I see something in a store and I'll think, oh, I like that, but I can make it myself. I've always been like that. So furniture was no different. When I saw the prices in the furniture store, I thought, well, heck, I'm just going to get that, get an old one and I'm going to paint it. And at that point, I was spray painting a lot of things, which, you don't know what you don't know. And I had no idea that spray paint was not very classy to spray furniture with. So that didn't last too long. Once I turned it into the business and I started to kind of get into the world of furniture painting, then you learn really quickly the products that are, good and, what you like to use best. So, all right. Are we ready to spray?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. So
I have my green.
I just have to put my sprayers in. All right. So there's blue spray and green spray, like I said earlier. They come in these nifty little spray bottles. And like I said, you want to spray the patina activator on your second coat while it's wet. Okay? And you can layer these paints. So if we get this layer done and we don't like it, we can always paint some more and spray some more. Okay. So I'm going to start with the blue. Now, if you hold it back like this and you spray, you get a mist. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to start with the green because my blue is not working. So, maybe
just all over, or are you spraying one particular color?
So right now, okay, so I've got my green because I have to figure out what's wrong with my blue. If you spray it far away, you get a mist. And this is a brand new sprayer, so it better work. Okay, so it's working. So you spray it far away, you get a mist. If you spray up close, you can create these drippies, which I kind of like. So I do a mix of both. So I just kind of spray lightly with, the mist. And then I like to come in and get real close and make some drippies. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of random.
So the green can go over either the copper or the iron.
Yep, the green can go over any of it. It's the iron. I'm sorry. It's the iron that the blue spray. I'm actually not sure what it does. It might not do anything, or it might just turn it blue. I don't know, but I do know the iron is the one that turns orange, and the copper and the bronze turn green or blue, depending on which spray. So I'm going to try my blue spray again. Once you get some green on there and you're happy with how much you got on there, switch over to the blue. And this is a brand new one too. I don't know why it's not working.
Want to use mine?
Yeah. Tease. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to share a nozzle. That's what I'm going to have to do right now. Switch out my nozzle. But that's okay. We're using both sprays, so no big deal. That, my friends, is why you take the nozzle out when you're done with the sprays. All right. So.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
When I first sprayed the blue, it's got some spots out there. Do I just leave? I mean, like some little puddles?
Yeah. The spots of blue kind of like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you leave those. Those will patina up real nice. Okay, so I'm going to spray a little bit more blue here. Gosh, I need a towel. I'm messy with this. Okay, so I've got my blue and my green sprays on. Now we can go ahead and use the other half of our top. So again, we're just going to paint on our iron, then dab on some copper wherever we kind of feel like it. And I'm creating a huge mess. I'm dripping everywhere. So luckily, I'm in my workshop, so no harm, no foul, but don't want to do this on your good carpet at home.
No.
Definitely not. So we're both working on nightstands. I prepped my piece by cleaning it with White Lightning from Dixie Belle, and then I gave it a rinse with water, just clear water. And then Dixie Belle is actually no sands type of paint, so I did not do any sanding. There are times when I do some scuff sanding to help the paint adhere, but most of the time I don't because it's not necessary. This piece in particular had a marble insert top. So I took the marble insert top out. I painted it with 2 coats of Slick Stick and let it sit overnight. Slick Stick is an adhesion primer. So basically, if you have non-wood surfaces like, metal, glass, marble, granite, those types of surfaces, really thick laminate. Sometimes if something's wood, but it's real thick laminate, I use a Slick Stick in order to help my paint adhere. And it's a godsend. I love me some Slick Stick. I don't know what I'd do without it.
I enjoy it also. I used to always just clean my pieces with some Awesome or something from the dollar store.
Yeah, which I heard is actually really good. I have never used it, but a lot of people do.
I have, but still yet, I tried going behind a piece one time with the White Lightning, and it's amazing what was still being left behind.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even stress how important it is to clean pieces. Like back in the beginning, I would think, oh, that doesn't look dirty. I'm just going to paint it. And so that's happened before. And then I learned my lesson because the dirt starts showing through and your paint doesn't stick. So like I told you earlier, I learned all my lessons the hard way, and that was one of them. That was one of my lessons. Can you see your patina on the other side starting to turn already?
I was just looking at that, seeing how it was changing.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned it takes anywhere from about 30 minutes to overnight, depending on how much you have on there. But if you are watching it and you want it to stop, you want to stop the patina process, all you have to do is wipe it down with a cloth to get the kind of crusties off, and then seal it. Sealing will stop the oxidation process. So we'll play this one by ear and see how they end up looking. So I'm tapping on my copper. Are you to your copper yet on this side?
Yeah, I'm finished.
All right.
I'm spraying, girl.
You're spraying already?
I'm spraying.
Man, I gotta hurry up. I've been told I paint fast. All right, let me get finished with copper.
You're intentionally going slower because of me.
No, not at all. I don't slow down for anybody, Mike. All right, let's see. I'm just finishing up my copper. No big deal. All right, so now I'm gonna spray. Get a little bit of blue, and like those drippies that you asked about. I think they actually look really cool sometimes, so I do them intentionally.
I think the reason I wasn't overly excited about using the patina paint, the first thing I thought is that why would you want a metal-looking rust on a wood-painted piece of furniture?
Yeah. Well, because it looks cool. It looks badass. Badass.
No, I'm liking it.
Yeah, it's going to be, these are going to be awesome. Yeah, I can see mine starting to turn. It's kind of exciting because you don't really know exactly how it's going to turn out. You can kind of guess what you think it's going to look like, but you don't really know, which I guess isn't always a good thing. But in the case of the patina, I think it's pretty sweet.
I'm starting to see more of the green on the copper come through.
Yeah.
It is pretty exciting.
It is fun. You can always spray some more the blue if you want some more of the blue to show through. I can never decide between the two, so I always spray both.
Can you spray too much?
No, I mean, it'll just take longer to dry if you spray a lot, but you can't spray too much. Or too little. It's just all about the look you're going for. I like a nice, rusty, crusty. The crustier the better, in my opinion, when it comes to patina. Crustier the better.
Does it bother you when you see, what are you wiping off?
What am I wiping? Some drips. It was dripping.
Oh, off the edge.
And my floor. I'm wiping my floor because I'm getting activator all over it. All over it. I'm glad you picked this finish. I'm having a good time doing this patina. I'm so glad you picked this finish.
Were you wondering what I was going to pick? Were you kind of, or it didn't matter?
Oh, no, I definitely was wondering. And I'm glad you picked this one. I like the patina a lot. It's just fun. Ooh, and I love how it's patina-ing. So I can see some spots that aren't starting to turn, and I'm impatient. So I'm just going to dab on a little bit more in certain touch-up spots. You don't have to do that. I'm just impatient.
No, I like it. I like it.
Very cool.
It's different.
Yep, very different. Right. You think
You
your
see
wife
the-
is gonna like it? Is she gonna like it?
Oh, she likes everything I do, whether she does. Hey, listen though, listen.
Really?
You know, as our mothers get older, that piece that I did last week, she says I don't get it. I said, what's the matter? She said, I don't get it. I said, what do you mean you don't get it? She said, why did you do it like that? I said, because I like it. She said, are you going to try to sell it? I said, no, I am going to sell it. She said, I wouldn't buy it.
Oh.
I said, well, Mama, you wouldn't have to. I'd give it to you. She says, I don't want
Right.
it. I thought, oh, wow, what the heck? But,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she knows what she likes and what she doesn't, I guess.
She does, but she has a lot of stuff I've made, but that's okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. Can you see the top on mine? Does it look all right?
A little bit. I can't see it very well. Is it turning? It's starting to.
Yeah.
I see the green, I think.
Yeah, the copper, the green, right?
Yeah, I see that. That's awesome. Here's mine.
Yeah.
So far.
Oh, yeah. I like yours.
See how I see those little drippies? Like
Yeah.
I just made some big fat drips just for some variation. It adds some variation in, you know, texture and stuff like that. So, if you want to, you can always go back and like I just did and touch up some spots with the paint and respray them. But that just kind of depends on what you're wanting it to look like and how it's turning out for you. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Are you ready to move on to our second coat of cobalt?
Yes, I am.
All right. So as you can see, we painted the main body of the piece in cobalt blue. And we are going to do our second coat of cobalt blue. And wait for our patina to patina. It's a patina party, Mike.
Do you just paint right up next to where your gold and your iron and copper are?
Yeah. It won't hurt to get a little bit of it mixed in. Actually, if you want to grab a dry brush, and I'll show you when we bring the cobalt right up to the patina, we'll take the dry brush and kind of dab at it to blend them just a little bit. I will show you. Let me grab a dry brush. I was not prepared. Okay, so I'm going to paint my cobalt. And then I'm going to bring my cobalt right up to my metallic. And then I'm going to take my dry brush and I'm just going to kind of blend them just a little bit. You just got to just pounce at them a little bit so that you don't have like a harsh line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just blend it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot bit. That's it. So what did Mike? You said your background was in um, security. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah. When I got out of the service, I went to work for a guy in the security business,
Uh-huh.
and I did that with him for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I started my own company and did that for another 16 years.
Oh wow.
And I sold that, and this is my second marriage. And so I wasn't really doing anything when we got married. And I had been wanting to open up my own shop.
Uh-huh.
And we finally did, and she quit her job.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this ever since.
Awesome. So she is an antique kind of gal. She always been into that kind of thing, or was it just something to do together?
It was something to do together, but it's
Yeah.
amazing what she has learned
Yeah.
by picking up a piece of glass and knowing the name of it and
Oh yeah.
the year. And I thought, gosh, girl, where'd you learn that from?
Wow. Yeah, it is something you definitely can't really help but pick it up along the way, you know? The knowledge just from experience. You learn so much.
And it's fun to get out. I can get out of the shop and walk around and see
Yeah.
what's been brought in and get ideas and stuff from it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Not to mention you have an endless supply of projects that you work
Inspiration. You talk about how you get inspiration from materials and things that you have around.
on.
I can do the same thing by walking around looking at the furniture
Yeah.
and just by seeing what people have done or folk art, if you will, over the years.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna probably go ahead and paint my drawer so it can dry. What are you
You
thinking
already,
so far? Are you liking the finish so far?
I do like it so far. You've already finished all your cobalt blue?
No, 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 no.
Oh.
I just remembered the drawer and I thought, hey, I might as well paint that drawer while I'm thinking about it. I have a habit of forgetting to paint the drawers until I put everything away. You can't have the beauty and the brains, Mike, okay?
I hear you. I hear you. You're the only one that does it.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you didn't find this to be a dreadful thing to do.
Absolutely not. No,
Like what the
I
heck you gonna
couldn't be more excited to do this.
oh like what the heck you gonna throw this newbie on me today? I don't think I'm ready.
Oh, no, not at all. No, I think I told you before, one of my life goals is to be able to help other people and teach, you know, um, anything I know, I'm more than willing to teach because I learned from being taught, and experience. So I like to share that and pay it forward and teach. It's what brings me joy. I mean, painting furniture brings me a lot of joy. I love doing it, but helping other people and inspiring other people, that's like a priceless thing. I can't even describe that feeling. If I get a message from someone that has a question about something they're working on and they need help, or granted sometimes is a little more bearable than others because I get a lot of messages, but overall, I love being able to help, and I love the fact that people even want to ask me for help. You know what I mean? Like that in itself is, I'm impressed. You know what I mean? And with the fact that people even want to ask me for help. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I just don't.
So I'm not the only one that sends you messages all the time?
I mean, uh, no, but you're my bestie, so that's
Yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
My bestie. How you doing over there?
I'm doing good. I keep watching you though.
Well, they're looking pretty similar, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's the point. But yeah, looking good.
I'm glad we I first had a larger piece picked out and you said
Uh-huh.
you getting something small. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, you'll notice that like on a lot of my lives and things like that, I do nightstands and smaller pieces, mostly because when I like to pack as much of the process into one video as I can without making it like 3 hours, 4 hours long. So on my lines, I like to choose small pieces because I feel like I can show the most amount of techniques and things like that in one, 30 to 45 minute session. So definitely small, and plus small pieces are they're good for learning and practicing on. And what if you ended up hating it? You don't want a gigantic piece that you end up hating. So,
It's
but I
always
don't think you're gonna see.
exciting. It's exciting to see you start on a piece in the evening and the next morning you've already finished it and it's like, wow, where'd that come from?
Yeah, and everybody says, "Man, do you sleep?" I get that a lot.
That's
Do you
yeah,
sleep?
I can
I
imagine.
just usually work pretty quick. Like the way I see it, a lot of people like most people a lot of people that watch my videos have day jobs, so um that they do whatever all day. They are a banker or a teacher, and that's what you do in your 8 to 9 hour period during the day. Well, this is what I do. This is my job, so I've got all day. I don't know how to quite explain it. To me, I don't feel like I work that fast, but I guess like it seems like it to other people because all they see is me starting it and then they see the finished product. But it's all in a day's work, you know.
That's all. That's experience.
Yeah, I wasn't always this quick, when I started. You know how long it takes to spray paint something.
I spray painted some wicker chairs yesterday. It's the first
Uh-huh.
time I spray painted in a long time.
Yeah,
Man, I hated it.
it's awful. It's awful, and it's so expensive too.
It is. It is. I went through like 16 and a half ounce of slick stick just doing 6 chairs.
Oh my goodness.
I know it. I'm going to do the rest of it by brush.
Well, I sprayed that. I don't know if you saw that video I did in our private group when I sprayed the gator hide when I got
I
that new
did.
sprayer.
I did.
Not gator hide, I'm sorry. It was the Clear Boss. I used a whole 16 ounce for half of that armoire.
I know it.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Uh, we also ordered the indoor spray tent that's on the Dixie Belle page,
Yeah, yeah.
and I sprayed inside, and it was awesome. I'd never thought it'd work as good
Oh,
as it.
yeah. I got one of those tents. It got too cold here before I could get it out. So,
No, this is for indoors.
I
I
don't
did
know if
it.
mine. Oh, okay, well, maybe mine is for indoors too. It's not huge, but I
Well,
have so much furniture. I have to move some stuff around before I could pop it up inside. Oh my
uh,
gosh.
didn't you get some new stuff yesterday?
Do what?
Didn't you get some new stuff yesterday?
New stuff?
Yeah.
What stuff?
Some new pieces, some new furniture.
Oh yeah. I.
How'd that go?
How did
How'd,
you know?
how'd
Oh,
that
oh
go?
yeah, because
How'd
I'm
that
talking to
go?
you. So I picked up one of the two pieces. The other one I have to pick up this week sometime. But I'll post a picture of them whenever I think of it, because they are beautiful, beautiful old like Depression era chest of drawers, and then a shorter chest of drawers. Oh my gosh, free!
You can never beat free.
I know, right? Free, cannot be free, especially good free stuff. I mean, I've had some people try to give me some stuff for free that I would pay them to keep, but every once in a while somebody wants to give you some good free stuff, and who am I not to oblige?
Another question I get sometimes: where do you get all your stuff from?
Oh yeah. People like to ask that question.
How many lives do you figure you do a week?
What's that?
How many lives do you figure you do a week?
I try to do 3, but so I try to do 3. One on my business page, one on the Dixie Belle page, and then one in the private group. My private group is the Inspired Maker Society, which Mike is in.
I
And
am.
I try to go live in there once a week. But every once in a while I'll be working on something, and I think to myself, oh man, I really want to show people that, because it'll be something cool. So I'm guilty of the impromptu live every once in a while when I get a wild hair, and just want to share something. So
Yeah, I love our group. I love our group. It's a supportive group of people.
I do too. I like it. I like it a lot. The reason why we don't just have open enrollment all the time and is because we like it to be fairly I don't want to say small, but more intimate, I guess,
Yeah.
more personal,
Yeah.
instead of just having people in and out, coming and going all the time. I really wanted people to be able to form relationships and support one another. That was pretty much like our big goal when we decided to open up a group, was we really wanted a supportive environment of friends, like a tribe. That was our goal.
I didn't get my charter member certificate yet.
Oh shoot, they're held up at the printer. Uh, they're back order. Oh my gosh, I got to show you this part of my piece that's patining really cool. I got to show you this. Check out this part right here.
Wow.
See up under
Wow.
there, that like cool those little patterns it's making, and right here. Isn't that neat?
I like that. Yeah, it is. Apparently, I'm getting more of the green and blue.
Maybe you need to slap some more iron on there.
Oh no. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
I mean, it's old and crusty looking.
There you go. That's what we're going for, old and crusty. Okay, so how are you doing on your cobalt blue?
I think I'm just about done.
Yeah, I think I'm just about done too. So, yeah, I just finished up my cobalt. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and grab your Gulf.
Yeah, I think I'll just have some touch-ups to do when you're not looking.
Yeah, I think I might. I don't know. I might add some dabs of iron on the top so I can get some more of that orangey rust. But in certain spots. But nothing crazy. I'm really liking how it's turning out. So
why is the majority of my orange is green?
The majority of your orange is green?
Yeah.
You mean your copper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you want a little bit more blue in it, spray some blue on it. Is it drying or is it still wet?
No, it's drying.
maybe just lightly brush some more copper on it, and then spray some blue. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dab on the iron on mine, and spray that so it turns orange.
Okay.
Are you getting any of the orange from your iron paint?
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking neat.
Cool.
I like it. All right, so now we're gonna get ready for you said to go.
Yep. We are gonna do just little bits of the golf here and there. So I've just got. I'm using this French tip brush from. If this is a redesign with Prima, I guess I could use my Dixie Belle French tip brush.
I got one.
I'll grab mine. We'll use the same brush because we're besties. Yeah, this is actually perfect.
Just the same
yeah!
like yours.
Bestie brushes.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
high five. High five.
Oh wait, I don't know how to do the camera yet. There it is. There it is. I'm here. Don't leave me hanging.
High five. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just dabbing a little bit on the end like this from my lid. Just, you don't need a lot. So you'll notice that this color kind of matches the green.
Yeah.
In our patina. So I'm going to probably grab my cobalt brush and just kind of lightly go over right where it meets the iron or the metallic. And then I'm just kind of like basically dry pouncing on some of the golf. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that just, I think, brings more of that. It marries the golf, okay. It marries that cobalt into the rust a little bit more, I think. And then we're not going to go all around the entire thing. We'll just do some spots here and there.
I have to be real careful with the golf. It's such a powerful color.
Yeah, you just need a little bit, Don't need a lot. It's one of my favorites, though. Oh my gosh, I love the golf. I'll tell you, this brush is perfect for this. Perfect. What are you thinking so far?
About the brush?
The golf added. You like it?
Yeah, I do like it. I'm trying to decide if I'm putting too much or too little, though.
I think once you kind of blend that in a little bit, that'll be good. That'll be perfect. So I'm just going to go around here. I'm not going all the way around the bottom, just some spots. And bounce in some golf. See, that's all I'm doing on the side. I've got some here, and that's probably the extent of what I'll do on one side. Not a ton, just little touches here and there.
I came down, I think, farther on my sides than you did on some spots.
Well, that's okay. Like I said, there's no right, no wrong. Yours just a little more rusty on the top end.
Did y'all have a lot of applicants? Was I chosen like over 5,000 people or something?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
5,000 people
yeah,
wanted to do
yeah,
a video with me.
yeah. I was going.
I didn't count, but it was a lot. I mean, a lot more than I expected. I was pretty surprised. Talk about it. Talk about a little bit of an ego boost there.
Well, you know, I had to make up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even Chris Donna made a comment to me. She said, "Oh, that is so sweet. Hey,
Aww.
do you know CeCe?" I said, "No, I don't know CeCe. I just came over
I
here."
don't know her from the next guy. Aw. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I'm really happy that we did this.
It has been a lot of fun. I hope you aren't tired of me.
Not at all. Not at all. Tired in general, yes. Tired of you? No way. No way.
Do you have like streaks coming back up through your cobalt?
Um, a little bit
Oh,
from the spray.
yeah.
A little bit. It'll dry. It'll dry and it'll look fantastic. It won't hurt anything. All right. I think I'm almost done with my golf. And then I'm going to touch up a little bit of my metallic paint on top. And like I said, or did I mention about sealing the, or was that in one of our 10 other takes?
You did mention it.
Okay, good. So I'm thinking, are you a Gator Hide fan?
I am.
Okay. So what we will do after our patina is done patinaing, take just a very, very slightly damp cloth. I'm talking just very slightly damp. Give it a light wipe to get off any like extra crusties that aren't part of the, that just need to come off like dust. We'll wipe off, the patina with a very, very lightly damp cloth, and then we'll do 2 coats of Gator Hide on the whole piece. So we don't necessarily have to do that on the camera because I'm not sure exactly when this will be done drying. Maybe later today, early evening, maybe.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay.
What am I trying to accomplish by adding the Gulf again? What am I trying to get out of it?
So the Gulf, it just kind of, so instead of just having the cobalt meet the patina, it just gives it more of like a transition to the patina. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
It just transitions it into the patina a little more. I suppose you could just spray some more on it, but I wanted more of like a
Yeah.
blendy transition rather than a drippy transition. So that's kind of what I think. Leah might have said the same thing when I was doing it when we did the original piece. She's like, "And what are you doing with the gold?" I'm like, "Oh, you'll see, you'll see." So I'm thinking that, let's see, I've got my drawer here and I'm just going to throw this in here to see what it looks like. I'm wondering how that's going to look. Show you my.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, right?
Yeah, it is. I like it a lot.
So I'm probably going to pounce on some more iron in those areas where there's a lot of blue. Just dab some on. What do you think about the drawer? Should I do a little bit of patina on the top of the drawer?
Yeah, I haven't put mine in yet, but I have a smaller drawer. It's like that one piece.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine kind of comes. Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I'll go ahead and put, while I have the iron out, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit up top, let that dry, and then on the second coat, spray it.
when you go back and add a little bit to the top, will that will that give the appearance that you came back and added something, or will that just add depth to it?
Oh, it'll add depth. With the patina paint, it adds just layers. It'll look, I mean, it'll look good. I love adding layers and layers of the patina. It always looks really nice. All right, so I am going to add a little copper to my drawer. All right, so now I'm going to pounce a little bit more iron on these blue sections here.
Oh, and watch you do that.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Or do I need to raise this up?
No, I can see. I can see.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of pouncing on some more, just randomly. I want to break up some of that big blue section that I have and add some more of the rusty orange into it. Okay, and then I'm going to spray it with my green. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of copper right here.
I do see some of the yellow starting to come up on some of the copper.
Yeah, kind of where they. I think it's where it's mixing with the blue. Blue and green are mixing together. Maybe it does turn sort of like a limey green, yellowish kind of color, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to slap some more of this on. All right, I am going to let this coat dry. Give it a second coat and then spray it so I have some on my drawer.
Oh, so that's right. The part that you're coming back and adding, you've got to let dry and add a second coat before you spray it.
Not so on my drawer I am, because I didn't have any before, but up here you don't have
Yeah.
to let that. You've already got coats of it on, so you don't have to let that dry before you
Okay.
spray it. Before
Okay.
you don't have to do that. You can just layer it. It works. You know what might look really cool on your piece, Mike? See those kind of like round things on the legs?
Yeah.
Those might look really cool with some patina dripping down from those, like balls. I don't know what you call them on the legs. Those
So
round.
dropping from here, but
Yeah,
not
when
from here.
that might look kind of neat from the round things. I'm just saying, I had just looked up and noticed that might be kind of cool. You don't have to do that.
So
I'm
the
just
ball down.
just from the, so like if you paint around the top of the ball,
Yeah.
and then you spray it, it will drip down to the rest of the ball and a little bit down the leg. That could look really cool. But by all means, don't let me tell you what to do or sway you into doing anything. I just happened to notice it would look neat. But I like it the way it is too.
You would do both the colors of the iron and the copper?
Yeah.
On top of
But
each other?
That's just
No,
me.
I'm just asking your opinion. Would it be on top of each other, or would it be like side by side?
Just like we did on the top. So just
Yeah.
kind of randomly some iron and randomly some copper dabbed in. That could be
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
But don't let me
I'm not
don't let
letting
me convince you. I'm just
I'm not letting
all right. So
I mean, it's not like I never put anything online and it says inspired by CeCe with CeCe Restyle.
I mean, you know,
I know you've seen that.
forced by CeCe from CeCe Restyle.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I also my motto is more is more, and I'm always a little over the top. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Over the top. This one. Okay, so all I have to do at this point is wait for this coat on my drawer to dry, touch it up a second coat, and then spray it. And then we just got to let them oxidize some more, and then wipe them back and seal them. So I think, let's see, we're right at an hour now. So I think we'll go ahead and jump off here. Do you have any questions before we go? Questions,
no, I
concerns?
don't. And I so thank you so much, and Dixie Belle, for allowing me this opportunity. I hope you and I can get together again someday and do something.
We will. I thank you so much for doing this with me. Like, this was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
Is.
I mean, the technical difficulties were a little obnoxious, but that's not your fault. That's all this girl, me and technology.
No, that was overwhelming. That was something else. I will decide what I'm going to do with these balls. Yeah. I will post my piece in the next couple of days on our group page.
Yeah.
That is something that I am wanting to get with you one day about finding out all the different avenues that I can use as far as posting pieces in the different sites and everything, and what sites we are allowed to post on. So, okay. Will that be something that I discuss with you maybe in our group, or would you like me to send that to you? I know I'm going overboard as far as us doing this piece together, but that's just questions that I have.
No, you're not going overboard at all. I don't mind answering questions. You can message me if you want to post it in the group, so others, if they have the same question that it might help them out, you could do that too. If you want to message me instead, if you don't feel comfortable asking in the group, totally up to you. It doesn't matter. I'm there for you either way. So you just do whatever you're more comfortable with.
Thank you, Miss CeCe.
So send me your picture of that as soon as you get it done, because I'm going to use it on our video. All right.
Great times. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you, Bestie.
Thank you. I'll talk to you real soon.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.